Okay, hi everyone, it's Casey here. So I just wanted to stop in and make a quick video. I've had some people asking me about what it is that I offer here at White Buffalo and what are the services that I have. So I just thought I'd make a video and let you know kind of what I do. I have two different sessions. I am a quantum healing hypnosis technique practitioner. I'm certified in level 1 and I am currently getting certified in level 2. But there's two different sessions I offer. So I offer a 30-minute session, which is just a past life regression. And that is where I guide you through, I essentially do a guided meditation with you. We take a couple minutes when you get here to just go over some notes about, what to expect, what not to expect with the process. And then we take about 15 minutes where I do the hypnosis part and I guide you through a past life. The 30-minute session, there's no dialogue going. It's just me speaking, you listening, and when I ask the questions, you answer them fully in your mind, and you're just visualizing with your third eye, and you just see the visualization in your mind's eye. So once you go through the hypnosis, then I count you out, and then I give you a session report. You fill that out. We take a couple minutes to do that right after I count you out, because since it's a lighter state of trance than the full QHHT session, you're able to remember everything. And so I have you write down everything that you remember. After we take a couple minutes to do that, then we start chatting about what you experienced. And this is really great because I can help you kind of connect any dots with your whatever journey that you took. Sometimes it can be a little confusing, so it's helpful for us to just go over it together, and then by the end of it, all of the dots connect, and it's like you get whatever message or lesson that was meant for you. So that's the 30-minute session. And then I have a QHHT or quantum healing hypnosis technique session. This is the full session. This is a much deeper, much more, the 30-minute session is more of a fun kind of curiosity, little taste of the hypnosis. A QHHT session is kind of like a deep dive into your subconscious. It's going to be really informative. It's going to be healing. You can really dive into the questions that you have and want answers to. So how that works is it's going to be about 4.5, 5 hours. I mean, it can take a while. It starts out with us kind of chatting about your life story, what you've been through. I need to be able to hear what you've gone through in this life so that while you're in hypnosis, under hypnosis, if something were to come up or a person were to come up, I would know what that was about. I need to know a little bit about you and what you've gone through so that I can help you as best as I can during the session. So we take probably about 2 hours to do that. And then we take a little bit for me to go over some hypnosis notes with you, some tips, what to expect, what not to expect, kind of what it's going to look like. And then we go right into the hypnosis. So the hypnosis lasts about 2 hours, maybe a little bit more. During the hypnosis, it can be different for everybody. Typically, I guide you through a past life, and then we call in your higher self. And when you get to your session, I always have you come with a list of 10 questions. These are the 10 questions that you get to ask your higher self or your subconscious. Your subconscious is the part of you that's kind of in between this small self and in between like source or God or the universe, the all-knowing, however you want to think of it. But your subconscious is kind of the go-between. It's your higher self. So we get to ask those questions to your higher self in order to get clarity, to get confirmation, to get understanding, to receive any messages that they've been trying to get to us. So that's typically the second part of the hypnosis part. And then after the hypnosis, I count you out, and then we take about a half an hour to kind of chat about what you experienced during that. I do this for a couple of reasons. I do this for to remind you kind of what happened through your session, because this is such a deep state of trance. A lot of times you forget it right away. It's like just like a dream, you know, when you wake up, you immediately forget everything that you went through when you were sleeping. And so I do that, I take some time to go over everything with you just to remind you what we talked about. I also do this because usually you've been floating kind of through time and space for the last 2 hours, and so you're a little, you know, kind of floating on air. So this time really helps you to ground back into this present moment. And so it just really kind of helps get you back here in this, you know, current day. And then after your session, I recorded the session, so I will send you the recording. The recording is really nice because if you don't remember everything, then you can listen to the recording and go over it and, you know, listen to everything that we talked about. But also, after you listen to it a few times, every time you listen to it, you really get something new out of it. It's interesting. It's almost layered with information, so that the more you listen to it, the more you get out of it. And it's really healing to have that recording. So I do send that to you. So a quantum healing hypnosis technique, or QHHT session, is really, really good for, a lot of people come for a session just to get their questions answered. So those questions can be anything from your career to relationship questions. If you're in a kind of a fork in the road in your life, and for whatever area that might be, it's nice to get some kind of advice or guidance from your higher self. But also a lot of people come to sessions for healing, for physical issues. So the way our higher self sometimes gets messages to us is through our physical body. And so a lot of times our physical issues are manifestations that our higher self or our spiritual team have kind of they're trying to get our attention with something, so it can be very literal. And so we a lot of times do a body scan through your session to get an idea of if there's any imbalances happening with your body, and if so, we figure out how we can adjust those and fix them by connecting with your higher self and asking, hey, what's going on here? What do we need to know in order to fix it? And they'll come through with some answers about that, which is extremely helpful. Sometimes it's as easy as she's just eating tomatoes and she's not supposed to be eating tomatoes. It's really messing with her stomach or something. Other times it's very much more symbolic. It's trying to get them a message about moving in a certain direction in their life, and it's manifesting through, you know, their hips or their knees or their legs. So it can be really informative for physical issues. If you have any questions at all about what I do, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to answer any questions that you have. If you want to see any videos, anything that maybe I could make that would be helpful to understand more about what I do, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to see you all, you know, in the future for a session. So thanks again. Love you all. Bye.